Meghan will say anything. They haven't mentioned him for quite a long time. I think in one of the interviews she said something like, "I grieve for missing my father," but it's very much up to her, really. If she wanted to see him, she could easily see him. He's left the door open, as has indeed the other grandfather, the king, has left the door open. That's what they do. She's the one who's prevented it. And
Hugo Vickers, reliably consistent in his undying quest to pin every conceivable family woe on Meghan Markle. If ever there was a person deserving of a trophy for single-minded blame allocation, it's our dear Mr. Vickers. The narrative is as tired as it is predictable. Meghan, the proverbial villainess, maliciously masterminding her father's estrangement and every ounce of familial discord that followed. Because, of course, women must bear the burden of it all, right? Never mind pesky nuances or shared accountability. Those are for the weak. He blames her for the fractured relationship with her father, Thomas Markle. This narrative, however, feels incomplete. It overlooks the complexities of family dynamics and the role others play. Vickers' focus on Meghan raises questions about the fairness of his perspective. Is he overlooking crucial details to fit a predetermined narrative? Vickers' stance reflects a broader tendency to hold women responsible for family issues. This societal expectation unfairly burdens women with the weight of maintaining harmony. It often ignores the actions and responsibilities of other family members, particularly men. This simplistic view fails to acknowledge the multifaceted nature of family relationships. While Vickers might offer insights into royal traditions and expectations, his relentless criticism of Meghan feels unbalanced. It's crucial to consider the perspectives of all involved before assigning blame. This situation demands a nuanced understanding that goes beyond simply finding fault. Focusing solely on Meghan's actions risks perpetuating harmful stereotypes. It reinforces the idea that women are solely responsible for familial peace, even when others contribute to the discord. A more comprehensive approach recognizes the shared responsibility in family conflicts. Beyond the headlines, Thomas Markle's actions speak volumes. Examining the situation closely reveals a more complex picture than Vickers portrays. Thomas Markle's actions, often overshadowed in the narrative, have undeniably contributed to the estrangement. His decision to stage paparazzi photos just before Meghan's wedding was deeply hurtful and embarrassing. Furthermore, his choice to release private letters from Meghan to the press added fuel to the fire. These actions, undeniably damaging, cannot be ignored when assessing the breakdown of their relationship. They demonstrate a disregard for his daughter's privacy and well-being. It's also important to acknowledge the emotional toll these actions likely took on Meghan. The stress and humiliation of having her family drama splashed across the media must have been immense. To blame her solely for the estrangement while minimizing her father's actions paints an incomplete and unfair picture. While family conflicts are rarely straightforward, it's crucial to acknowledge the hurt caused by Thomas Markle's actions. His choices undoubtedly played a role in widening the rift with his daughter. A balanced view requires acknowledging the contributions of both parties involved. A convenient scapegoat. Why Meghan alone? The relentless focus on Meghan Markle raises a critical question. Why is she often the sole target of blame? This tendency to scapegoat women in family disputes is a recurring theme. It reflects societal biases that place the onus of family harmony on women. This unfair expectation ignores the responsibility of other family members. It perpetuates a narrative where women are expected to absorb blame and maintain peace. In Meghan's case, this is amplified by her position within the royal family. The intense media scrutiny makes her an easy target for blame. Every misstep is magnified, often interpreted through a lens of pre-existing biases. It's crucial to challenge this simplistic and unfair narrative. The constant scrutiny of Meghan Markle highlights a broader societal issue: the unrealistic expectations placed on women, especially within families. Women are often expected to be peacemakers, mediators, and emotional caretakers, regardless of their own needs or feelings. This pressure to maintain harmony can be incredibly burdensome. It often leads to women silencing their own needs and suppressing their emotions to avoid conflict. This dynamic can be detrimental to their well-being and create an imbalance of power within families. Furthermore, this expectation often ignores the emotional labour that women disproportionately shoulder. From managing household tasks to nurturing relationships, women are often expected to handle the invisible work that keeps families functioning. This invisible labour often goes unacknowledged and unappreciated, adding to the burden women carry. It's essential to challenge this societal expectation and recognise the unfair pressure it places on women. Family harmony is a shared responsibility, and all members should contribute to creating a healthy and balanced dynamic. Estrangement, particularly within families, is rarely a one-sided affair. It's a complex process often fueled by a series of events, misunderstandings and hurt feelings. To understand the estrangement between Meghan Markle and her father, it's crucial to recognise the contributions of both parties. While Thomas Markle's actions undoubtedly caused pain and damage, it's also important to acknowledge Meghan's perspective. The emotional toll of his public betrayals, coupled with the relentless media scrutiny, likely played a role in her decision to distance herself. Reconciliation in any relationship requires effort and accountability from all parties involved. It's about acknowledging past hurts, taking responsibility for one's actions, and demonstrating a genuine desire to repair the relationship. This process demands empathy, understanding, and a willingness to move forward. Blaming Meghan solely for the estrangement ignores the complexities of their relationship and the emotional labour required for reconciliation. Healing requires both parties to acknowledge their roles in the breakdown and work towards rebuilding trust and understanding. The ongoing narrative surrounding Meghan Markle's family drama underscores the need for a more balanced perspective. Instead of assigning blame solely to one party, it's crucial to recognise the shared responsibility in family conflicts. This approach acknowledges the complexities of human relationships and avoids perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Shared accountability means acknowledging the actions and contributions of all involved. It requires listening to different perspectives with empathy and understanding, even when those perspectives are difficult to hear. This approach fosters a more nuanced and compassionate understanding of complex family dynamics. Furthermore, it challenges the tendency to scapegoat individuals, particularly women, in family disputes. It recognizes that family harmony is a collective effort, requiring mutual respect, communication, and a willingness to work through challenges together. Shifting towards shared accountability promotes a more just and equitable approach to understanding family conflicts. It encourages dialogue, empathy, and ultimately fosters an environment where healing and reconciliation become possible. A call for compassion, shifting the narrative. The relentless scrutiny and often harsh judgment directed at Meghan Markle highlight the need for a more compassionate narrative, one that prioritizes understanding over blame. This shift requires moving away from sensationalism and focusing on fostering empathy and respect for all involved. It's essential to recognize that family relationships are complex and multifaceted. They are often fraught with history, unspoken expectations, and deeply personal experiences that shape individual perspectives. Instead of reducing these complexities to simplistic narratives of blame, it's crucial to approach these situations with sensitivity and understanding. This shift in perspective requires challenging our own biases and assumptions. It demands that we listen to different perspectives with an open mind and strive to understand the experiences and motivations of others. This approach fosters a more compassionate and empathetic society, one that values respectful dialogue and understanding over judgment and blame. Ultimately, shifting the narrative towards compassion benefits everyone. It creates a more just and equitable world where individuals feel seen, heard and respected, even amidst complex and challenging family dynamics. Instead of blaming Meghan for everything under the sun, why not shift the spotlight? Hold Thomas Markle accountable for his own choices, acknowledge the role both parties play in this estrangement, and perhaps, just perhaps, focus on something other than sensationalism. The world might just thank you for it.